So, last time we left off, the Hands of Unity, or what's left of it, were in the Rasa Kingdom after helping defend against a wave of corrupted warforged for the capital. The Empress tasked the group to investigate an unknown temple that was discovered near the city of Thuril. The group were on their way to the location when they discovered a little girl tiefling named Isabel who latched onto Romeo for some reason, claiming to be running away from the Gildred's knights belonging to an important house in the kingdom. The group decided to assist Isabel with getting home to the town of Widowheart. So the whole group boarded a bus that would take them to the town. The group had to hide Isabel from the knights who were also on the bus, along with other passengers. So the group decided to spread out, with Romeo sitting at the front with Isabel, and Lucian sitting at the back with the Gildred knight captain named Penelope. Lucian became acquaintance with the captain, and during the first night, Lucian heard some tapping noises, and when the morning came, a dead body was discovered. After a short investigation, it led to Isabel, who had some blood on her lips. Lucian, fearing the worst, tried to do a test to confirm his suspicions, much to Isabel's dismay and fear. After confirming it wasn't lycanthropy that Lucian thought Isabel had, Isabel's fear and anger overcame her, with her desire to wanting to go home and trying to find a way. This resulted in an unknown pink mist covering her body and making her disappear. The captain, confused by all of this, demanded the group give a statement to her own superiors when they reach Widowheart. The group ultimately agreed, and everybody got back to their seats, now rearranged a bit, with the group getting closer together to be more near each other. Wanting some more information, Romeo cut a deal with Valerian, who revealed he does know some information regarding the Forgotten Gods and potentially the one who was messing with the group at the moment. The deal was for Romeo to do a favor with no questions or conditions for the information. Romeo agreed to the deal, and later that night, Valerian visited Romeo in her dreams to give out the information regarding the god of desire. She later informed the group come morning about the information and the deal. However, they sought Valerian out to get more information after Lucian became very suspicious about it, and the group ultimately couldn't get more information regarding how Valerian knew all this and decided to leave him alone, especially after Valerian tried to cut more deals for favors, but Lucian decided to back off against it not wanting to cut any deal with them, and even with the threat of keeping Valerian away from Melusine's dragon items, Valerian did not give out any kind of information. So, we will resume on that morning. So, we will... I'll bring everybody back to the train. Alright, so Romeo, Lucian, Mel, you just saw Valerian seem to scuttle away on below the seats, heading over to Akora. And Akora and Otis, for this entire time, we were just mainly saying that y'all are happily eating breakfast and sleeping while slightly cuddling with each other. I hope y'all don't mind.
That's basically what we would have been doing anyway.
Fair.
Yeah.
So, we will first go with the first group. So, Lucian, Romeo, and Mel. What are y'all doing right now, I would ask?
Lucian went back and sat down. He's irritated.
Hmm.
I would have gone back and sat down because she was like, I'm not taking a weird deal from a dragon. Good.
I would have also gone and sat down because everyone else was doing it.
All right, the sitting down squad.
Gang, gang.
All right, then with the new morning came. Once again, the steward came down the road and or the aisle and started offering people breakfast options and gave out everybody's respective choices. And Otis and Cora, y'all both wake up to the smell of food. Cora, you mainly perking up at the smell of cooked meat and fresh bacon. And as you perk up and you look over, you see the stewardess, a tiefling woman in a black uniform, purple skin and pure gold eyes, just looks at the both of y'all and kind of narrows her eyes slightly, but then just gets a very customer service smile and goes, "What would y'all like to have for breakfast?"
I'm gonna narrow my eyes back at her. And ask for bacon.
Very well.
Yeah, what he's having. That would be so great. Um, uh, and my eyes are not narrowed; they're like wide and alert.
2 plates of bacon, as y'all requested, and pulls up 2 rather large plates of like multiple strips of bacon and sits them down in front of you. Y'all kind of on this table that's kind of like an arm table that's going across your lap and just sets it down there. Would y'all like anything else? Any refreshments?
Um,
Milk?
mm, uh, do you have any spirits here?
Yes, we do, sir.
Um, I might have one.
Very well, sir. And you see he pours you a drink, not really giving out a description of what it is, but just sets it down for you and looks at you, Akora, and go, "And you said you wanted milk, sir?"
Yes, please.
"Of course, sir." Pours out a very cool, clear glass of milk and sets it in front. "I hope you all enjoy your breakfast." And resumes going down on the line where goes to Mason, Ryan, the knight sitting next to Mace, takes Ryan's order, who just ordered just a huge plate filled with bacon, sausages, sliced ham, and he just kind of gets the plate and orders a simple glass of water. And the steward looks at you, Mason, and goes, "What would you like, sir?"
Yeah, just a tea and a piece of toast.
"As you wish, sir," and provides you a nice cup of tea and a couple slices of toast and sets them down on your plate. You have a wonderful day, sir." Kind of gives you a slight bow and proceeds to go down. Don't drop the plate,
He
sir.
trips.
He just fell off my lap. Bro, you're so dumb.
Oh, we love cats.
Proceeds to go down the next aisle and goes to Lucian and Mel. And you see the steward just kind of gives you, Lucian, a nod before looking at Mel and going like, "And what would you like, madam?"
Do you have fruit?
"Yes, ma'am."
fruit, and like cranberry juice.
Of course, ma'am. Any particular fruit you would like?
A mix.
Of course, ma'am. And you see she reaches down underneath the cart she's pushing and pulls up what looks to be a small bowl that has a mixture of different kinds of fruit. I'm talking like grapes, I'm talking strawberries, I'm talking like an apple, and kind of sets it down in front of you and pours a glass of cranberry juice and sets it down. Is there anything else you would like?
No, that's it. Thank you.
Of course, madam. And proceeds to go down to the next one. Going to you, Romeo. And you, madam. What would you like, dear sister?
Just whatever you have. I'm not really picky.
A sampling of everything, then.
Right, thank you.
Of course.
She's
And
kind of having an existential crisis about the fact that she made a no questions asked, no conditions deal with the dragon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Gives you a plate.
Response.
Gives you a plate filled with a mixture of a variety of different kinds of food items, and proceeds to go down the aisle. And as the next day continues, you do hear above y'all's head, coming from the speaker that's built into the ceiling, you hear in a slightly feminine robotic voice goes, "Breaking news! Inquisitor's message to the kingdom. Earlier today, the head of the Inquisitor's order made a public announcement. Here's what he had to say." And then you hear a mechanical, masculine voice echoes throughout the cabin and goes, "This is a direct order to all of my fellow Inquisitors across the kingdom. We have been given the green light by the Queen herself to act in yellow alert to all NA Warforges, and to act in red alert to all Warforges emitting red energy. I repeat, we have been given the yellow alert to all NA Warforges, and to act in red alert to all Warforges emitting red energy. We are the judge, and we will be the executions. Dismissed." And you hear it goes off, and you see you'll take notice that a lot of the passengers around are kind of like whispering to each other and kind of just nudging each other. And Lucian, in your time in the kingdom, one thing you took notice is you were more or less accepted in this kingdom. You weren't really a you weren't really an odd one out of the entire crowd, since you saw many other Warforges around. So nobody really gave you the particular attention. But after this announcement, you're catching glances of other passengers that are kind of looking in your direction. They're kind of just looking, like giving you a once over, like they're trying to see like some sort of redness on your attire, and just kind of squinting at you a bit.
Great. I'm gonna get up and water through the doors at the front and the back. Is there like I don't think it's like a train car, but is there like a separate room I can step into?
The only thing like that would be in the back, and it would be generally where the restrooms are.
Alright. Well, I'll head back that way.
Okay. And then you get out of your seat and begin heading to the back.
And correct me if I'm wrong. I passed the captain on the way back, right? When I do that,
Yes.
as I pass by, I'm looking at him and be like, "I told you."
You see the captain kind of just glances over to you, and she kind of just gives you a soft nod, but just turns her head back and resume looking out the window as you continue in the back. All right.
All right.
Now, before I time skip, is there anything anybody wants to do during this time?
I'm gonna kind of turn to Akora here for a second
Mhm.
and kind of like mouthful of bacon. Akora, do you mind if I pick your brain for a moment here?
Sure. What's up?
This time here on the train has got me thinking about a whole bunch of, well, a whole slew of things, and one of those things is regarding the orb. Do you think we did the right thing by leaving it back there with them?
It's not like we could control him.
I just feel so bad for him. I almost wish I had been more adamant about getting him more reassurance, almost. But
And it's a little bit hard when he's basically insane with grief.
it is quite heavy. And in that same vein, with Valerian out and about now, uh, are we worried about the creator coming back and stashing him away?
I don't know. At this point, considering how Valerian's acting, I wouldn't mind if he got snatched up. Being a fucking little prick.
Hey, I heard that!
Good.
Hey,
'Cause you are a little prick.
so he kind of peeks his head underneath the seat from you and goes, "What did I do?"
What didn't you do? I'm gonna just hold out a piece of bacon to him.
Ooh, food. Just snatches it out of your hand and just gobbles it down in one gulp.
Um, hello, Valerian. And you're not concerned either, are you? About the creator and the orb, and do you have any thoughts about it yourself?
Honestly,
The
no. My brain's a bit empty.
Personally, the orb is not my concern. Abby is not my problem, I guess we can say. The creator is. He is 100% knows that I'm out and about. So he 100% will show up with our group once again. Probably ask some questions about it and see if he can stuff me back in the shield.
Mm. Do you plan on letting him?
Of course not.
Is there a way you can stop him?
I have an idea.
Mm. What does it entail necessarily?
I'd rather see if it works before I unveil it.
You know, Valerian, I know that you're incredibly intelligent yourself. But you
Very
know,
true.
with my background, I am certain that I'd be able to help you test this, put it to iron before striking it. You know, it's a surefire way.
Think about what you're saying, Otis.
I I know what I'm saying here, and I I don't want Valerian to go back into your shield.
Yeah,
Otis,
as
make
nice as it was.
Make me a persuasion check. Okay. You see Valerian kind of just looking at you, Otis. Gives you a glance of Cora when you were talking about how it was nice how it was. And you see Valerian just chuckles and goes, "It was nice for you, sure. But I was a prisoner. I was trapped. Now I'm free.
Yes, you are.
So I much prefer freedom over imprisonment."
It's much more fun seeing your dumb face in real life than it just constantly in my brain.
Oh, agreed. I'm having loads of fun and outside of the stupid shield.
And I get to torment everyone in real time as well. I'm gonna give him another piece of bacon. I'll just give him the rest of my bacon.
And a mouthful of bacon just looks back at you, Otis, and goes, And in regards to you, human, let's just say, I'm hoping to find a particular item at the temple. If it is there, then my plan will work. If it's not there, then I'll have to move on and come up with a different plan.
Hmm. Well, Valerian, I know I'm not as strong as the creator himself, but I do consider myself to be a hard worker, and I know my skill set, and I know that I might be able to rival him eventually. So you have me on your side if you need it. I'm just saying.
Thank you, Otis. You have very big ambition if you want to try to rival the creator himself. Interesting. I am curious to see how you actually will grow.
Not so much an ambition, so much as it is a truth to myself. I know that I'm going to get better and learn and grow stronger. And you know, it's a he and Queen Rasa are something to look up to and eventually surpass one day, right?
If you can accomplish or exceed on them in your short human lifespan, you will have damn near touched the ability of the gods. I look forward to it, Otis.
Aye. And I won't disappoint you.
So long as it's entertaining, I don't think you will. But
Mm.
if you excuse me, I think it's been a couple hours now, so I am gonna go pay a visit to a friend of mine.
Mm, I don't like that tone of voice you're using.
I know, it's just to make you squirm. So long. And you see, crawls underneath the seat and begins going under, y'all, heading towards the back.
Um, Cora, just a few more questions here. Well, not so much. And I'll make it quick. I've also been thinking here, Cora. I never, I, with all this madness going on, I'm sorry again that I'm the one that caused all this, and I'm sorry about your friends.
So really much that could have been done. Maybe one day I'll get to see them again.
You will, Danny Fret. You will. Now, lighter subject here. What's your favorite color?
That's a good question. I don't really have one. I like colors are just nice. The hell?
Then you don't mind if I do some painting, then for you, perhaps.
Are you gonna
Uh,
be painting on me again?
uh, um, uh, only if you like that.
Maybe next time we could learn some. I could show you some more paints of my people.
It'd be quite interesting to learn about it, I'd say. I'm gonna take a swig of that alcohol now. And
It's nice to see a
start to.
throuple just grow and bond.
What? What do you mean a throuple?
With y'all and Azealia.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
You
Continue.
forgot about.
Don't.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, I didn't forget about Azealia. I just didn't think that it was a
oh,
thing for me. And that was
Continue
cute,
on.
though. God, fuck you.
You
but yeah,
wish.
I'm gonna pull out my painter's tools and start painting something. And now that I'm like calming my nerves and like thinking and meditating and stuff like that. So while we've got time at least.
Okay. Anybody else got anything?
I do not.
Okay. Then we will go ahead and transition to nighttime. Lucian, how long do you plan on staying in the back?
Probably until like seems like most people fall asleep. At least he's just kind of staying all the way. Make people more comfortable.
Okay. So are you planning on sleeping back there, or are you going to be coming back up front?
No, he's gonna give it a little bit. Probably come back up.
Okay. Then, as the day goes by, and y'all in the comfortable silence with small talk and watching the bus continue on, Lucy, you finally do come out and begin making your way back up to your seat, just in time to see the lights go out, signifying everybody to get some sleep. Mel,
Yes.
can you roll me a D100 for me, please?
Okay. D7.
Okay. You'll all drift off to sleep and enjoy the night's rest. Sorry, Foundry is loading. and y'all enjoy a nice peaceful sleep as the morning comes. For once, much to Lucian's relief, not much has happened that night.
Very much
As,
so.
as everybody begins to wake up in their own way and begin looking around and observing. The morning starts differently as the stewardess comes up and announces to everybody, goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to thank you for choosing us as your transportation to the new town of Widowheart. We should be arriving come night fall. So we'll be arriving in the evening. So everybody be prepared to debark as soon as we get there. It will be in the evening when we arrive. Thank you once again for traveling with us. And we will serve y'all one last meal for the day." And the stewardess once again goes down the road, begins serving people left and right, and getting y'all's orders. And as the orders have been placed and y'all eating your food, well, those who can eat, Lucian, you do take notice of Penelope. Walks up next to you in your seat and kind of just glances your way and goes, "Remember, your group needs to give a statement. If you try to run, all the knights will be on you."
Well, I don't think we'd run. This is something to run from.
Smart man. If you don't mind, I will be up here. And you see, she begins walking up to the front and sits up front, and you see the passenger kind of looks at her, and the captain looks back and then nudges with her head, and the passenger immediately goes to the back.
Sorry, cut out one more time?
The passenger immediately goes to the back.
I think I missed a little bit before that. Locked up on me.
Penelope went up to the front and motioned to the passenger to go to the back.
Okay.
Alright. Then, in this last stretch, is there anything anybody wants to do? Reconvene with each other, go over the plan, decide what y'all gonna do when y'all get there. Entirely up to y'all.
Probably do that. We should probably have some sort of plan. That's not my problem, though. Romeo does not. She does not care.
Yeah. Guess we should gather everyone for a second. Near the back.
Okay, so all y'all just heading to the back?
I
Okay. Look at y'all moving y'all's tokens. Then, suspiciously, or not suspiciously, all the groups, everyone just heads to the back. Are y'all going to the back room where the bathrooms are, or where exactly
No
y'all gotta
room.
go?
We're also standing there.
we could just pile up in one of the seats or something.
I don't think that would work at all.
I think Deceased's going to help the 4 people petulant.
Worst case scenario, you can all pretend like I've done something heinous again, and I think folks would
No,
understand.
I really don't think that's a good idea to do.
don't want you getting in more
I,
trouble.
you're
Hey,
human, Otis. That's
what?
not a
What?
good idea because people will believe you.
What-
Yeah, just let them keep their
uh,
eyes on me for the moment.
What heinous? What did you do, Otis?
Being-
Wait, what do you mean again?
oh, right. You're right. I'm actually, I've never done anything bad at all. Yep. Right,
Okay.
Nakora. Nakora's got my back. Okay. On with the meeting.
Right.
So, we got bigger problems than that right now, but what Otis is done. I don't give a rat's ass.
Mm,
Just don't make a scene. Let them keep their eyes on me. Everyone's wary of me at the moment, so I'll keep eyes off everybody else. When we get here, I'd reckon at least to have this meeting. I don't think we should skip out.
That you said we should or shouldn't skip out.
Oh, we should not. I mean, the last thing we need
That
going
captain lady said we can't skip out.
I mean, I'm not to discredit the Knights or anything. If we want to, we could. There's nothing they can do to stop us. But I don't think it'd be a good idea to do so.
Just another
because
problem for
it's
us.
another problem for later.
Question I thought I'd ask. Do you think I should have told my parents that I'm coming? I'm-
Don't ask me. I ain't seen
I'm
mine
from
in a long
Widowheart. I
time.
live in Widowheart. My parents live there. I haven't told them I didn't think of it. I was kind of focused on other things.
It will be a pleasant surprise when you visit them.
Right.
Do you have a good relationship with them?
Oh, yes, wonderful. And, my mother's actually human, so the two of you won't be an issue at all.
That's right. I remember that now.
Wow.
Well,
That's good.
that'll
Well,
be
I mean,
interesting.
sorry.
You're okay. I was just saying that's interesting. That your mom's human. That's really cool.
Yeah, well, both of my parents are actually from the Empire, so. Anyway, more important things. So, if we're getting there in the evening, we should probably stay the night there and take tomorrow to prepare ourselves the best we can before we set out for Thorel.
Well, yeah, I don't know if they're gonna want to have the meeting right away. That's my only problem. They might try and schedule it. There's some bureaucratic nonsense. I'm sure we can expedite the process at least, but I think that should be our first priority. And then anything else that we want to do, we'll tackle that after.
How far
Sounds
is
like a
Thorel
plan.
from Widowheart? Do I know? I probably wouldn't know. I'm not very smart.
How far is the what?
Is Thorel from Widowheart?
Depends on how y'all traveling. If y'all walking there, it'll take about a week. If you are riding like a carriage or a horse, there it'll cut that in roughly in half, like about like four or 3.5 days, depending on travel.
Okay.
What about the fantasy car?
You can certainly check if there's any in Widowheart.
Well, I was asking how fast will it be with a fantasy car?
Oh, with the fantasy car, it will take about 2 days. Potentially one day, depending on who you get the make and model from.
Depending on who's driving and how reckless they are.
That is very true, yeah.
Also, there's the matter of Isabel. If she
Yeah, that's
if she really was a child from Widowheart, um, I don't know what to do about that.
well. All right, look, he's not here. I'm level with you. I have my suspicions that we may have been wrong, at least about her killing that person. I got a bad feeling that Valerian did it. I'm just saying.
Oh, I think last time they were her teeth size, not dragon bite size, right? Because I checked.
You did check, and all you saw was it looked like bite marks from a small creature.
Would that match roughly Valerian size?
They
I
were
wouldn't know.
small.
Yeah, but he's small right now, right? Like
Yeah.
Romeo
Yeah.
could held him up.
He's
By
the
tail.
size of a house cat.
Yeah.
That's what Sam said last time.
I don't
Does
feel
anybody
like
recognize what the bites look like?
This is the thing that I put together last
is the
session that
corpse
Romeo would
still
not
there?
have put
Was the
together.
corpse still there?
The corpse got removed.
Okay. I'm just
What?
thinking though, but why would Valerian just randomly kill something? Like, I get that he's an asshole, but he wouldn't just do that.
And not brag about it.
Yeah, and not brag about it.
I mean, why does he start making deals all of a sudden?
Because
I don't
he's an
know your-
asshole.
Exactly. And what do assholes do?
He killed someone because he was an asshole. And, you know, he did, after our conversation, he mentioned that he had some other business to deal with, and he had to go make one more. He said he had to make one more stop before he went back to Aquara. And I assumed that was about, Melusine's dragon. And I just, you know, weird random thing. The person who died was sitting next to Melusine.
Hmm. That's where I was going. Either way, that may be our avenue, at least, to diffuse the situation. But I will tell you now, if I find out those things ever touch an innocent head, I will not hesitate to put them down. Do you understand me? Come hell or high water, I will put them in the dirt. Child or not. He kind of looks at Romeo.
It's her. Yeah. Okay. I understand where you're coming from. It's just. I don't think it's her fault if it was her.
Unfortunately, it doesn't matter. World ain't that simple. These things, you let them go one time, and next thing you know, you got the blood of an actual innocent family on your hands. I'm no stranger to that. I was naive. I let things go that I shouldn't have. I made mistakes. I've learned, and I'm not going to make it again. But
Hopefully
if it
won't-
wasn't her fault, I want to do everything I can to make it up to her. If it wasn't her. There are nuances to this, too.
weird question. Should we ask Valerian if he did it? I feel like he probably would just tell us. He's kind of strange.
He might.
We could ask.
I
just
You aren't wrong. That
ask
he
us to
was
do another
supposed
favor for him. Which
Yeah. And I think we should maybe not let down that A, that we know, just in case. And
Right.
B, I
Wasn't
don't
he
think we
sleeping
should.
in? Wasn't he like sleeping in my main when it happened though?
Well,
But
we
you
were
were
all
asleep.
asleep when it happened.
And because I'm in standby
You did
mode,
hear- you did
distinctly
hear this.
hear tapping metal things on that would match claws and talons.
Cheers. Might actually
um,
have been him. It's a little
yeah.
prick.
And B, I don't think we should possibly put any sort of suspicion on us. We'll handle it later.
Right.
Alright. I'm gonna go find the captain and see if I can't figure out when and where this meeting's gonna be. Don't start any shit again. I'm tired. One day.
Like, none of us
Oh.
ever try to start any shit. It just sort of happens.
You have no idea how exhausted I am from the amount of shit I've had to deal with for the past few months. I get you. I don't want more problems starting. Especially since I have a sentient problem now.
Well, fingers crossed. She's at the front of the train?
Yeah, Penelope's at
Or
the
bus?
front.
Yeah, I'll head up that way.
Okay.
Pardon me.
Excuse
Sorry, I thought you said
Parkour.
eHarmony. I was like, wait, what?
Excuse me, Harmony.
Harmony, what the fuck? Alright, Lucian's going up to the front to Penelope. What about the rest of y'all?
Good question. I guess we should stop sulking in the back then and just return to our seats for the
Let's
time being.
stop looking suspicious.
I'm gonna grab Otis and take him back to the seat with me.
What, 6 people just crowding the back and talking about stuff? I mean, totally not suspicious at all.
Same people who brought the little girl who may have killed somebody on the.
Totally not suspicious.
Well, our group really sucks at,
Blending in?
yeah. We suck at being inconspicuous. We are a very conspicuous group.
Mm-hmm.
I think genetically we don't have that as an option.
Alright.
Oh,
So
that's
Lucian,
nice.
you go up to the front and you see Penelope just currently leaning back with her head up, and you can hear her lightly breathing like she's seemingly taking a nap.
Is the spot open next to her?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll just sit down. I'll just chill. Or wait.
Okay. As you take your seat next to her, she kind of stirs a little bit and then turn her head towards you and goes, "Is your little meeting over with the rest of the group?"
Yeah, we're all on the same page. Make sure no one had any ideas. Don't know them all that well, but we're all unified. I just came to get the information on when and where you need us.
Well, fairly simple. Whenever I have already informed my superiors about the situation, and they will be at the bus stop waiting for us. So, when we get there, all of y'all will need to follow me.
It's simple.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Lucian, I got a question for you. I want you to answer me honestly, Lucy.
alright.
Do you truly think that the little girl did it? I know she kind of puffed up in pink smoke, but do you think one of my dear little sisters was able to pull something off like this.
Well, given that the likelihood of that being just a dear little sister is still about at least a 60-40 chance, right?
Realistic odds. I'll give you that.
Mm-hmm. If she is one of these things, which it could be anything from vampirism to, well, like not vampirism, no reaction to silver. Anyway, whatever it is, it would be capable of doing that. But I have my doubts, just as anyone else should. It could have very well been something else. I don't really know as to what entirely yet, but whatever it is, it's small.
Very true. Very true. Very well, Lucy. I understand where you're coming from. And we will put out a notice for that little girl. I think her name was Isabel?
Yeah, that's right. And
Okay.
I'll let you know now. I don't think we got more pressing matters. But while we're there, we might look into it either before we handle the situation or after. But if she wasn't responsible, I want to try and fix that. 'Cause maybe I got a little too pushy. But I've seen how bad these things can go, so.
I may not be in your exact line of work, but I am at least a few books away from your line of work, so I can understand you wanting to rule out the worst case scenario and make sure you got all your bases covered. So, I can't really blame you.
I have never suffered from an abundance of caution when it came to identification. Only in action. I think these next few days are gonna be a little weird. And for all of us. Just be careful. And some of the things that we know, don't lean into your desires. It might be dangerous around here.
What do you mean by that?
I'm afraid that if I elaborate further, it could make things worse. But just trust me. I know I'm asking that a lot, but you trust me so far.
Yeah, roughly about as far as I can kick you.
I would not doubt that you could actually kick me fairly far.
Depends on what material you're made of.
And he's gonna stand up and go to like walk back, and he's gonna kind of like tap her on the shoulder. That's thinking if you hit me first. And he's gonna walk back down.
Take care, Lucy.
You too. It's gonna be an interesting time for all of us. That's all I got.
All right. the rest of y'all, anything else y'all want to do or talk about before I do the time skip?
What I like to do is to pay that one steward lady that's had to go through all the trouble to deal with a murder on the thing.
You were going to do what with the sewer lady?
I'm going to give her half the gold I have, but just the fact that she had to deal with everything we had, like the murder and everything,
Okay.
because we
Uh,
brought it basically.
Okay. How much gold is that?
11.
Okay. You stop the steward this and you give her 11 gold, and she gives you a very grateful smile and nod her head and goes, "Thank you so much, sir. I hope you have a good rest of your night. And thank you once again for choosing us." She kind of gives you a smile before walking off, pocketing the 11 gold pieces. Anything else? Okay.
Yeah, I'm.
Mhm.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. What you got?
I'm going to be spending some time praying to our holy Lord and Savior, Lathander, he who is ablaze at all times, and walk with radiance in his eyes.
Okay. Then, as you begin to pray, you begin to pray out, and sorry, get my notes all situated. Okay, there we go. You begin to pray your hardest. Nighttime does come as it transitions throughout the day. Mel, can you roll me another D100 for me, please?
AD6.
Okay.
86. I thought you said AD6. I was like, how was that?
Yeah, we got letters in here now.
Why do you have a math
No, I
problem?
thought you said a singular D6. And I was like, that's not what he said.
All right. So, as the afternoon passes and it gets late into the evening, the bus finally begins to enter, and y'all look out the windows and y'all see that y'all have arrived at a fairly decent sized town, fairly big. You see that unlike most of the other towns you've seen, this town does not have any wall surrounding it, but you do see that it is surrounded on all sides by forests. You're seeing walkway and paths going out of the city or of the town, and you're seeing the bus is pulling in on the tracks that is going through the town, like straight down the middle. And you quickly see that you enter the town. Romeo, you're looking around and you're seeing all this beautiful, familiar home. As you see, you're starting to get overwhelmed with nostalgia as you're pointing out all the different house, all the different buildings, remembering where you played at, remembering the places you used to go with your family. And another thing y'all do take notice is that there is a blanket of snow covering the trees and the ground on the outside of the town. But strangely enough, the town itself does not appear to be does not appear to have any kind of snow on it, like no inch of snow of any kind on it. And as you go down the tracks, y'all do stop, and Romeo, it takes you a bit, but you do recognize that y'all have arrived at the center of town. And because I forgot to import the image of the town over, we're going to have to transition back to the landing page. So, theater of the mind time. Anyways, so you do arrive to port and begin to disembark as everybody begins to get off the train, and you see Penelope is waiting for your group. And when do y'all get off? Do y'all get off first, or do y'all get off last, or do y'all just chill in the back, or how do y'all want to get off?
I'll pop
say
off
we're
first
at-
with Otis.
I think really matters, right? Yeah, I'll just kind of funnel in. I don't really try for any specific timing. Just kind of
Okay.
funnel in.
I'll
Gonna
do the same.
follow Lucian. She's sharing a seat with him.
Okay. Then, one by one, y'all all exit on the bus, and Okora and Otis, y'all do take notice of Penelope in full black-colored armor, and you're seeing to her left and right, you're seeing about 16 similarly dressed knights on her side. And you also see standing directly to her right looks to be a taller male tiefling with, instead of a standard black cape, you see that the black cape seems to have dark red intricate designs going through the cape. And you see that unlike the rest of the knights, he does not have his helmet on. He actually has it off, showing his a fairly wrinkled dark red skin with two black horns that seem to just point up like a ram, and a patch of gray hair covering his head. And he looks very well built. And he looks doesn't look particularly old. He just looks age, if that makes sense. Like he looks like a very buff grandpa, essentially.
Like Geralt.
Essentially, yeah. And you see that he's just staring out with his arms crossed, with blood red eyes just staring at everybody. And you see directly behind him, it catches y'all too, as you see a humanoid warforge with a dark purple cloak covering his body. And you see that he is standing directly behind the older man and just staring, looking forward, with black plated armor for skin and what looks to be gold irises just looking out directly in front. And the purple cloak is covering the rest of his body as he just staring and locking eyes with everybody that's getting off, and then seem to stick to both of y'all as y'all exit. So that's what y'all see right out of the gate.
I wave at him.
Yeah, I also wave at him, but with less confidence than Akora.
You see that they kind of look at you and tilt their heads, and then you just hear them go. um, hear Penelope goes, "Wait over there," and points off to the side.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You'll
No,
move
yeah.
out.
Then it would be Mace that would come out next. So, Mace, you get off and you see this exact same thing. The knights, and you being a knight yourself, you can quickly recognize who this older man is in terms of rank. The way he's dressed, the way he's outfitted, he looks to be a knight commander, which is pretty high on the totem pole.
Makes us mad right now. Oh shit.
You see the commander just immediately looks at you and just kind of motions with his head to the side to join the other two.
Is that?
Lucy and Mel, y'all two would be the next getting off, and this is what y'all see.
Mel would
Wow.
just hurry and shuffle and walk over to stand next to the rest of the party.
You see
Welcome committee.
Penn just looks at you, Lucianne, and goes, "Lucy, over there."
Yeah.
And last but not least, Romeo. You get off and you see this whole entire ensemble.
Just freeze for like a moment, and then just immediately go over with the others.
As the last remaining passengers get off, you see 5 of the 10 black armored knights go into the bus and seem to vanish from sight as they're going through the bus. And now it's just Penelope, the commander, the Inquisitor behind them, and 5 other knights with them, as they seem to kind of herd y'all a bit more away from everybody else, like all the other passengers that just got off. And you see the commander, who is still has his arms crossed, looking at every buddy. You see Penelope just stands and takes a step forward and looks at y'all and goes, "Okay, this is what's gonna happen. You all are gonna be pulled to the side one by one, and y'all are gonna tell me the exact story, factual story, of what exactly happened from the moment you left the capital to here. Do not leave any details unspoken. All right? Good. Now, dear sister, looking over at you, Romeo, you are going to be first. Come with me.
Okay. I'll follow her.
As you see, the commander begins walking behind Penelope, and the 5 remaining knights just step forward and kind of make like somewhat of a makeshift wall, just to block, separate Romeo from the rest of the group. And you see the Inquisitor, who is still like statuous, still, finally moves and looks at all of y'all. It seems like he's gliding, because his cloak is covering his entire body, so you can't even see his feet. But it looks like he's gliding over to join the interrogation. So, Romeo, as you're pulled to the side, you see Penelope, who you didn't really have that much reaction with. you see the Knight Commander, and I'll say you have a good idea who he is, but you're not exactly sure about the rank. All you know is he looks like a man of authority. And
He's got the Gildred symbol.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they all do.
Oh,
Besides
boy.
besides the Inquisitor. The Inquisitor is the only one that doesn't have that symbol. But yeah, you do also take notice of the very feared Inquisitor who seemed to just glide over to the conversation. And you see Penelope just looks at you, Romeo, and goes, "Now, start at the beginning." And what do you tell her?
So, we were given instruction by Lady Rasa to come to Thurhal to investigate the temple that had been found near there. We went to the bus station because it was the quickest way to travel there. And then that's where we found Isabel. She just sort of approached us and she told me that she was from Widowheart and that people had taken her to the capital. And so obviously I thought, I should help her get home since we were going there anyway. And we sort of asked her who had taken her, and she pointed to a group of knights and said that they looked like knights. So that's why I had her turned invisible, because there were knights on the bus, obviously, and just in case any of them had been involved, I didn't want them to see her. And then, everything was normal until when we woke up and there was that dead body.
Continue. What happened after the dead body?
Lucian had noticed that Isabel had blood on her mouth, and so he attempted to sort of see if it was her that had done it in his own way, I suppose. He was trying to see if she was, I believe, a lycanthrope. I initially was resistant to it because she's a child, and I didn't like the idea of him, hurting her, even if it was for good reason, I suppose.
Go on. What happened after that?
After that, eventually I sort of agreed to it. I tried to convince her that it was necessary and that it would be over soon and it wouldn't hurt very much and I would heal her right away. But she sort of started freaking out, and that's when she disappeared. And then after that, I don't know what happened to her. But I'm assuming it's related to whatever's going on at the temple.
What temple are you talking about?
Lady Rasa had mentioned that a temple was recently discovered in Thurel that was similar to a temple that some of the others had investigated back in the Empire. I was not there when they were in the temple, but they mentioned there's some sort of forgotten god inside of it, and so we have reason to believe that's the case for this new temple as well.
A forgotten god. When Isabel was pointing at the knights, saying that they were the ones that took her, which knights was she pointing at?
Boy, do I want to lie?
Your call.
I don't think lying would be beneficial for this.
It was the symbol of the Gildred Knights. But, I don't know if that was what she meant, or if she just meant, they were wearing armor. She's very young.
You see Penn takes a glance over at the commander, who has just been looking at you with a very stone face expression. Like, he just seems to have like a permanent grumpy face, and just doesn't seem to flinch at all. Like, hard to read as he's just staring at you. And you see Penelope kind of just looks back at him before turning his attention back to you, and goes, "Do you have any idea which forgotten god is at this temple?"
Well, I can't be certain, but it seems to be some sort of god of desire.
Mel, could you roll me a D100 for me?
Me?
87. The last one was 86. Now we're at 87.
Okay. As soon as you mention a goddess of desire, you suddenly see the Inquisitor behind, who has just been kind of glancing your way. It's hard to tell with Warforged, especially with Inquisitors, on if they seem interested or seem to be paying attention. But as soon as you mention a goddess of desire, you see that they seem to float, like kind of glide around Penelope and the commander, and kind of position themselves a bit ahead of them, and looks at you. And this Inquisitor is standing like roughly about 6'2", so it just seems to be looking at you, and it seemed to be studying you. As he kind of just looking at you, you see for the briefest of moments, you see what looks like a pink magical energy just seems to trail off of his eye, as he's just staring at you. And you see Penelope just kind of looks over at the Inquisitor, and the Inquisitor straightens up and looks at Penelope, and you hear in a very robotic voice. It sounds very synthesized. Like, it sounds like like both a male and a female's voice are layered on top of each other as they speak to Penelope, and goes, "We request all information of this goddess of desire. If it is true that it is a forgotten god, the Inquisitor leader needs to know, as well as the Queen herself. We shall take over this interrogation now." And you see it turns its attention to you, Romeo, and you see his arm seems to fold back on itself, and you see a small, looks like a small smooth silver bar seem to extend from his arm, and on the end of a bar you see what looks to be a fairly like the size of a baseball, like a spear, on the end, and you're seeing electricity begin to spark off of it, and it just locks his eyes with you, Romeo. And you see Penelope steps in front of him and goes, "Listen, The Gildred Knights have authority over this. We will be doing the interrogation because we were the first ones on site. Let us do the interrogation and you will get the report. And you see the Inquisitor kind of just looks at Penelope. And you see he holds up his other arm. And you see Penelope reaches for his sword. And you see the Inquisitor kind of just holds up his arm, freezes for a moment, and his left arm goes back to being a regular hand, and goes, "Authority recognized. Please continue." And he takes a step back, and you see Penelope just nods her head, and goes, "Thank you, mighty Inquisitor." Turns back around to you, Romeo. And just so we have a picture, Romeo, what was going through your head after seeing all that?
She 100% thought she was gonna fucking die.
You see, Penelope just kind of looks at you and goes, "How did you come across this information of it being a goddess or god of desire?"
Well, one of my companions, are you aware of the existence of items containing the souls of dragons? Is that something you know about,
Not particularly, Commander. And
Right.
she kind of looks back at the Commander, and the Commander's still just staring at you, not really giving a response. And you see Penelope just goes, "Personally, I am not aware."
Right, well, I don't really know a whole lot either, but, one of the people I'm traveling with, the, lion, had one, and somehow in us being teleported here, they sort of fused together, and then Lady Rasa gave him a potion to drink, and they split apart, but instead of, going back into the shield, the dragon has a body now. And he's very small, and he told me that he knew about the god of the temple, and so he gave me that information. I think
You see
if you
Penelope
really want more
raises.
information,
You see Penelope raises her hand to stop you and goes, "Wait. You're trying to tell me that there is a dragon inside of a shield that got fused with the lion man over there, and due to the queen's help, the dragon is now loose. Is that what I'm understanding right now?"
I wouldn't necessarily say that he's loose. He's still here.
He's still here. Where is he?
I mean, I go look in Akora's mane. He's probably sleeping in there. He does that quite often.
And before Akora just goes, "Valerian, where the fuck are you?"
Right. We'll address that problem soon. I think we got all we need to know from you right now. Mighty Inquisitor, do you have anything you'd like to add? And you see the Inquisitor kind of just still staring at you, Romeo, just turns its head towards Penelope and goes, "Not at this moment, Captain. I am very intrigued by these dragon items, and I would like to see more." And you see Penelope goes, "Okay, well, that's that. Come with us, Romeo. I'll take you back." And begins to
Right.
escort you back to the group. And as soon as you get back to the group, you see Penelope looks at the group and then looks at the commander. And the commander just finally takes his eyes off of you, Romeo, and looks at Penelope. And you see the commander just gives one nod. And you see Penelope goes, looks at you, Akora, and goes, Akora, I believe your name was. Your turn. Please come this way.
I, I'm gonna be like fishing through my main because I don't remember Valerian returning at any point. I'm trying to make sure he's there.
Alright. You doing this subtly, or are you just...
I'm just straight up doing it because I'm just like, what the fuck?
Okay. As you're, like, going through your main, you see Penelope kind of just looking at you. And you can't see her face, but she... you can feel her eyes boring into you and going, is everything alright?
I think I misplaced something. No, I'll hopefully find it later.
Very well. As Akora gets moved away from the group, begins the interrogation. Just for the sake of time, I'll leave it to Akora to relay whatever information he's aware of.
I'll essentially relay whatever... the same thing that Romeo had said. I don't remember a whole lot of stuff because it's been so long. But
I
yeah.
remember a lot of it anyways, so there.
Yeah.
Okay. As you're relaying all the information, you hear Penelope goes, okay. More or less lines up with what the last one says. I do have a question, though. From
Yes.
what your friend has told me, you misplaced or not misplaced, you more or less got a dragon free. Is that right?
Oh. Well, since you're asking that, I'm assuming you already know. And yeah. But the method almost freaking killed me, so that wasn't very fun.
Where is this dragon?
That is a very good question. I'm gonna check through my main again. Is he
Okay.
in there or no?
You begin checking through your main one more time. It's not there.
Oh, that little prick. Oh, he's not here. I don't know where the hell he went. He's not exactly the sort to listen to me.
May I ask what scale color was he?
Red, the usually kind of an asshole.
I see.
Why, did you see him?
No, but I'm just going through the fact that potentially there is a loose red dragon out in the kingdom now.
Oh, you don't even have to worry about him. He's like, Agora just like gestures about it, like the sign of a cat. He can't really do anything.
Still, I think it's best that we meet him.
Need to find him. Yeah. That was one of the first things on my list to do.
Do you have any idea where he could be?
Not in the slightest. As he disappears. That was as fast as my breakfast did. He took that too, so.
Very well. That's all the questions I'll ask of you.
Sorry I couldn't be of more help.
Gave us more problems than help, but, I mean, what happens?
I have no idea. Oh.
Come this
I'm
way.
going to do my best to ensure these issues don't keep continuing.
We shall see about that. And
I shall now follow.
brings Akora back to the group. And now begins scanning the group. And then finally lands on Mel. And goes, Madam, please come this way.
Mel is going to kind of like scuffle forward and just look down, kind of fidgety, and follow.
Okay. As you begin to follow and you're taken away from the group, looks at you and Penelope goes, "Now, tell me what you know from the beginning."
Mel would just talk about the child, how they met the child, and seeing the pink mist, and waking up with a dead body next to her. And the
And-
weird tink tink noises at night that she heard.
I remember Lucy was saying something about that. Interesting. Do you have... This might be a weird... Well, I don't know. You're traveling with him, so you may actually know. Do you know about this runaway dragon that I've been hearing about?
Valerian. Don't know much about him. He seems a bit of an asshole.
Do you have any idea where he could be?
At that time, can I try to contact my dragon and see if Valerian is with her?
Sure.
Okay. Hey. I'm gonna call her Melody because I can never remember how to say her actual name. That's going to be my nickname for her. She is a song dragon.
That's right.
Melody is he with you?
You feel a presence enters your mind, and it seems to just... It feels like it just jolted awake, and go like, sorry, I was napping. What's going on?
Is Valerian with you?
What?
Is Valerian with you? It's fine if he is. I don't care about that. I just we don't know where he is.
He was.
But he's not right now.
No, not right now. He left my realm maybe 10 minutes ago.
Okay. Thank you. I have no idea where he is. I haven't seen him since the train.
You see Penelope just nods and goes, Very well. I do have a question. Another question for you. Last one, and then I'll return you. Do you know somebody called the Goddess of Desire?
Do I know them like personally, or I've heard mention from Valerian? Because he supposedly knows about her, but I don't know them personally.
What do you know of the Goddess of Desire?
They're the goddess of desire. Yeah, they do desire stuff. Cause everything can be, you know, you can desire anything. You can desire your health, your money. Um, yeah, anything can be desired. So technically, they could probably be really powerful.
Mel, another D100 for me, please.
73.
Okay. You see Penelope just nodding her head and goes, okay. More or less of what I was expecting. Let me take you back to the group.
Thank you.
Yeah. Of course. And as she takes you back to the group and brings you to them, you see Penelope is like scanning the rest, and before she can call on anybody, you see seemingly coming out on the train platform, you're seeing two humanoid figures come out. One is wearing what looks to be a brown cloak wrapped around their body, feminine in figure. You see she is coming out and holding flyers, and you see that she has long black hair. And did you take notice of this? She is arguably one of the first humans you've seen here ever since you got here. And you see that she seems to be handing out flyers to people, to the passengers. And the other figure looks to be a tiefling male with light purple skin and some black horns that are curving upwards and short black hair, and seem to step up and is also handing out flyers. And you see the tiefling looks to be wearing more traditional clothes, like more normal clothing around them compared to the human female. And you see that they're holding out flyers and pamphlets, and you can hear their voice getting a little bit manic and going like, please, have you seen my little girl? She looks like this. Please, have you seen my little girl? She looks like this. Please, have you seen her? Please, have you seen her? Her name is Isabel. She's about this. She's very, very young, and please, have you seen her? Please, have you seen her? And Romeo, you look over at the mention of the word Isabel, and you see Penelope also pauses and turns around to look at the two. And Romeo, you recognize these two.
God damn it.
You recognize the tiefling male to be Glory. Also known as Dad. And you recognize the human woman as... Be sure to correct me how to pronounce this. Ausha?
Ashra.
Aushra. It's going to be a bit... you recognize her being Aushra. Also known as Mom. As they're frantically handing out flyers and going, please... have you seen Isabel? Have you seen her? She looks, she's just this tall. She has this colored hair. And you see Penelope just looks at the two and looks back at y'all and goes, y'all can go. We got all the statements we need.
The second I recognize him, I'm immediately going up to them.
Are you walking or are you running?
I'm running.
Okay. As you're running over to them. You see Penelope immediately tracks you and goes, "Sister, wait!" And you see the commander immediately turns around and draws his weapon. And you see the Inquisitor hand seem to shift into a gun and begins pointing it at you. And all the knights, the 5 knights are there, immediately draw their weapons at the motion of the commander. But you manage to run over and catch your parents' attention, who immediately look over, and they, at first they kind of just look at you weirdly running up to them, and then in like just like a light switch goes off in their head. You see they go, "No, that can't be. Aldora? Aldora, is that you?" And you see your mother just runs full sprint over to you and gives you a big motherly hug and begins stroking your face and goes, "Oh my God, you're so beautiful. We haven't seen you in years." And then your father comes up to you and just smiles at you and goes, "It's good to see you again, daughter." And then you see your father looks behind you and sees all the commotion going on behind you and goes, "Daughter, did..." And you see he kind of pulls you in a little bit and kind of leans in your ear and goes, "Did you get caught pickpocketing again?"
No. Everything's fine. I should have told you guys I was coming. What's going on?
I think we need to ask you that, because there's a commander and an inquisitor pointing a gun at you right now. And you see he instantly turns you around, so he's like in between you and the other knights and the inquisitor, and has his hands up and goes, "Excuse me, Sir Knights and Sir Inquisitor. I'm sure whatever my daughter did, it was not her fault, and we can reach a perfectly sound agreement, and we can all come across perfectly fine. We can just talk about this. We don't need to resort to violence. Please." And you see Penelope immediately push her hand on the commander's shoulder, and the commander kind of looks down and then sheathes his weapon. That causes all the other knights to sheath, but the Inquisitor is still aiming his gun over. And Penelope just steps forward and goes, "Hello, I am Knight Captain Penelope. Did you say you were missing a little girl named Isabel?" And you see your mother, Romeo, perks up and still like has you in her arms and goes, yes, we were looking for our daughter," and looks down at you, Romeo, and goes, "We will talk about this later. Yes, we were looking for our daughter, Isabel. Have you seen her?" And you see Penelope just kind of looks back at the commander, then looks back at the two, and then kind of locks eyes, purposely look at you, Romeo, and goes, "In a way, yes. We're going to need to take you two into for questioning." During all of this, what's the rest of the group doing?
Very
What?
blankly staring.
Yeah, I think my gift summed it up. You can't really make that
Yeah.
facial expression, but that's more or less what he's doing.
I fucking knew it.
Mason just has his hand over his head. It's like, why? Why does this always happen?
Hee hee, I made an oopsie.
Congrats, you have a baby sister.
That's now a demon.
Also, can I retcon what her parents look like a little bit? Because I have a drawing.
Oh, of course. Yeah, so I'm only going off of the backstory notes.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
no, go ahead. Don't show.
It's not fully done, but whatever. And obviously, they're not dressed like this right now, but whatever.
Oh wow, yeah. All I'll say is wood.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there you go. That's what her parents look like. Ooh, I love the tattoos. Those are cool. Okay,
That took me so long.
those are really really good. Saving that for later.
Huh?
For reference. Easy. Alright, so everybody's like gawking and kind of shocked by what's going on. Romeo, what do you do after seeing all this?
I am just so confused. So, I have a sister?
You see, your mom kind of looks at you and goes, surprised?
Okay.
We wanted to tell you when the next time you visited, we weren't expecting you to suddenly show up because we heard that you told us that you left and went to the Empire to go explore. We didn't expect you to be home so soon.
Yeah, well, some things have happened. I'll tell you later. It's not important right now.
You see the Penelope comes up and goes, "It is a pleasure to meet you too. Yes, we got some information about your daughter, and we just gonna need to clear up some questions and answers that we both obviously have. So would you mind answering a few questions?" And you see the two parents look at each other and then look back and goes, "Of course, Sir Knight. We will happily answer any questions you got." And you see the father kind of steps up and kind of flicks back his cape and kind of crosses his arms and goes, "We'll gladly answer anything you have, Sir Knight. I can answer any and all questions on behalf of my wife. Do you mind if they have a moment?" And you see Penelope kind of just looks over at you, Romeo, and go, "Sure. Let's talk this way." And you see your father goes off to the side with Penelope, and your mom immediately turns her focus on you and begins giving you like soft motherly kisses all over your face and just rubbing your cheeks and going, "It's so good to see you. I didn't think you would be back home so soon. You gotta tell me all of your adventures and tell me all of your trips. I want to know the things you've seen and the things you did. I want to know. I really want to know." And you see she looks over at the rest of the group, who is kind of just slack jaw on the side, and goes, Oh, are these your friends?
Yes, they are. You all can come over here. You don't have to stand there.
Maladad is going to go stand next to Romeo.
And as I'm assuming the rest of y'all are doing the same.
Lucian is not. He kind of slinks off a little bit.
Okay. Caleb.
Not too far, just
Hmm.
off the side.
I'm assuming the same for Otis and Nicor.
Yeah, I am. I've just been trying to blend in and not stick out any more than normal, so I'm like kind of walking behind Mel as she makes her way forward, and kind of sidle up next to Romeo as well. Really taking in the parents and kind of whisper to Romeo and like, "Is this your ma and da for sure?"
Yes, everybody. This is my mother.
You see, she kind of
Um,
gives a respectful bow to y'all and goes, "Hello."
Um, Miel, so your mom in the artwork, it looks like she's got like a scar on her face. Am I seeing that correctly?
yes.
So I'm kind of like, so Otis is, as he takes in your mom as well, he kind of puts a hand on his own face and, you know, kind of like subconsciously acknowledging his own scar as he looks at her and, um, kind of realizing that he's doing it. He holds out his arms and says, "Oh, well, so glad to meet you. I've been waiting so long to meet you, and Romeo here has talked enough but good news about you. So, Otis here, Otis Summers, and I'm gonna hug her."
Oh my. Hello. Hi, Mr. Otis. It is a pleasure to meet you and make your acquaintance. And you see she kind of like looks at you, kind of like looking over, patting you on the back, uh, and then kind of looks over at you, Romeo, and goes, you see she kind of mouths like the word him.
I just nod.
And she kind of just raises an
I don't
eyebrow
really
and
know what
goes,
she means, but I'm nodding.
and kind of raises her eyebrow and goes, "Okay, if that's what you want, it's a pleasure to meet you, Otis."
Oh, it's again all my pleasure, and I'm gonna have like dog come up now at this point too,
Oh, and
and
who is this?
dog here would also like to say hello to the both of you. Uh, uh, and yeah, it's such a pleasure. Sorry, I'll get out the way now. I know that this is a big old family reunion. I don't. Anyone else want to come in for a hug? And I'm kind of turning back to everybody else now.
Not everyone at once.
Oh, just me then. Oh, okay. Well, I'll t- I'm gonna sidle off beside Romeo again and just saying, just mumbling to myself, very, very flustered.
You see, Romeo's mom kind of just watches you, like tracking you, going next to Romeo, an eyebrow raised before turning her attention over to the rest, and kind of just looks over at you, Mel, and goes, "And what is your name?"
My name is Melusine, but you can call me Mel.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Melusine. As you could hear, I'm Romeo's mom. It's a pleasure to meet you. And are y'all recently acquaintance, or are y'all friends, or what's the deal?
I met them when the Warforge started attacking the city.
Oh my, yes, I heard about that. Yes, we've been hearing reports about what's been going on in the capital. So, well, thank you for assisting my daughter and keeping her safe.
Oh, she's very capable. Um,
Oh, trust me, I know. And you see Romeo's mom kind of just looking at you, and you see she purposely looks you up and down. Like, not in a very suggestive way, but just trying to, more in terms of, like, trying to figure you out. Kind of, yeah. More or less just
Mel
trying
is
to inspect
very
you.
fidgety right now. She is like, the anxiety playing with her hands and just kind of wringing them.
And you see she's just still staring at you, and then looks back at you, Romeo, and mouths the word "her."
Just nod again.
You
Not
see,
asking for any clarification.
you see she kind of raises both her eyebrows and just nods her head. Okay. It's a pleasure to
Oh my
meet you,
God.
Mel. And kind
Your
of
mom thinks that we're in a throuple.
gives you a hug, and then looks over at you, Mace, and goes, Sir Knight, it is a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Are you accompanying my daughter?
Yes.
If I may, can I ask you for your name, Sir Knight?
Mace.
It is an honor to meet you, Sir Knight. And then you see she kind of looks back at you, Romeo, and kind of mouths the word, him?
I nod.
What is happening?
Still not asking for any clarification.
You see she kind of nods her head and kind of looks at Otis, then looks at Mel, then looks at Mace, then looks back at you, Romeo, nods her head, gives a thumbs up.
Akora is here as well.
Looks at you, Mason. Goes, "It's a pleasure to meet you, Sir Knight."
Us too.
Then looks at you, Okora. And kind of just looks up at you and goes, "Oh my, you are a tall fella. Pardon my rudeness. It's a pleasure to meet you. Can I have your name?"
I am Akora of Clan Emberi. It is good to meet you.
Oh, the pleasure is mine, Okora of Clan Emberi. Or do you prefer just Okora?
Either Akora works.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Okora. Have you been traveling with my daughter for long?
Since we were in the Empire, yes.
Oh my, okay. Alright, it's a pleasure to meet you. Turns back to Romeo. Him too?
What do you mean?
Oh, okay, gotcha. And kind of gives you a wink before looking at you, Okora, and goes, "It is a pleasure to meet you."
I just give the most innocent smile that I could possibly give.
Then her focus turns to you, Lucian. Even if you're a bit back, he you see she kind of looks over at you, and you see for a moment there is like a brief worry go across her face before she kind of straightens up and walks over towards you, Lucian, and goes, "I'm sorry to bother you, Sir Warforge. Are you also traveling with my daughter?"
And yeah, I am.
And say, "Pleasure to meet you. Thank you for helping keeping my daughter safe. Um, can I ask you for your name?"
Name's Lucian.
"It's a pleasure to meet you, Lucian. Have you been traveling with my daughter for long?"
No. No.
These are very interrogative questions.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. Am I making you uncomfortable, Lucian?
It's just a long day.
Oh, okay. No problem. I'm sorry for bothering you. I'll leave you to it. Please excuse me. I'm sorry. And you see she gives you a smile before turning around and going back to you, Romeo, and wraps you up in a big hug and goes, "I'm so happy to see you, Romeo." Gives you a kiss on the forehead and goes, and then kind of looks over at Otis, then Nell, then Mace, and then looks back at you and goes, "We apparently have a lot to talk about."
Like what?
"Oh, I can understand to be coy, but we got loads to talk about, like potentially when your father and I should be expecting grandkids."
What?
And at this moment, your father does come back in and goes, "My beautiful daughter, it is so good to see you. I took care of the night captain and we answered all the questions. What were we talking about?" And you see your mom goes, "Oh, nothing, Glory, nothing. Don't worry about it. Our daughter was just talking to me, telling me some snippets of her adventure." And you see your father goes, "Ah, I see. I want to hear all about these adventures as well." And kind of looks at everybody and goes, "Wow, y'all are a mixed bag of people. And I hope y'all are treating my daughter right." And kind of nods his head. And then you see your mom kind of looks at you, Romeo, and kind of just gives you a wink. And
She saved my ass on more than a
Oh
few
no.
occasions.
looks back at your father and goes, "Come, dear, we caused too much of a scene here. Please come back to our place. You can stay the night. We got 2 guest rooms that y'all can stay in. Please, we insist."
Sir, all due respect, may I ask you a question?
Yes. What is it?
Pardon my rudeness, but why did you fall in love with a human?
Oh,
What?
wow.
You can't just ask that
I-
question, dude. What the fuck?
The reason why Mace asked is because he never seen a. It's rare for him to see tieflings like in humans.
Oh, well, that is quite a bit of a story. I don't mind sharing. I don't mind talking about it. Yeah, we'll talk about it over dinner. By all means, we insist. Come. I'll tell you all about it.
I have to AFK for a little bit, but I do have something I want to talk to Melusine about, so I will be right back.
Okay, noted.
In Mace's defense, he only met 3 or 4 tieflings that are nice to him. His dad, the one tailor, the one knight, and his brother.
Mm-hmm.
So it's rare for him to see tieflings like in humans.
it is pretty unnatural, especially more unnatural for an actual marriage to spawn from it. So it's understandable. But you see, um, Glory, Romeo's father, begins ushering everybody uh, down out of the bus platform, and Romeo, your mother, links arms with you and begins walking with you out of the bus stop, and begins talking to you, and goes, "I must say, daughter, you have some very particular tastes. So I'm happy you're finding your own happiness and adventure out in the world. And I know the Empress is very, very open-minded and accepting. So whatever makes you happy, I am all here for you."
We may have had a misunderstanding.
Oh, don't worry. I completely got that you were not into Mr. Okora. I completely got that vibe. Don't worry. I approve of the other three choices. You got a knight, a sir knight, and you got a beautiful woman as well. The human, he's cute. I can see it. He's pretty charming in his own way. So yeah, I can definitely see it.
Mother, none of us are together.
Oh,
That's not.
pish posh. It's fine. Y'all don't need to label it. Y'all can do your own thing. I know kids nowadays are exploring, so y'all don't need to label it however y'all want. I just hope that it just seems pretty soon. I understand that you're thinking about settling down, so I understand. Y'all are venturers. Y'all are a group, so I can understand, and I'll respect y'all's privacy.
It's not what this is.
Now, what would you
just
like
want some-
for dinner, dear daughter?
Oh, there's no point arguing with you about this, is there? I don't care. I'm tired. We've had a long couple of days.
I can only imagine. I heard you were at the Capitol when everything went crazy, so very, very scary.
Yeah, that was certainly interesting.
But no worries, you are home now, and that's all that matters. And
Yeah.
as they begin ushering you through the city, or the town, and begins navigating the street, is there anything anybody wants to talk about during the trip? Y'all got about, like, maybe 10 or so minutes.
Ocean
have a
is
question.
uncomfortable with the
I do have a
situation we
question.
created in the studio today.
Mace?
Was her mother like whispering at all when she was just talking to her about that? Or was it?
Oh,
out in the
no.
open?
She wasn't yelling. She was just speaking normally. So y'all can easily, like, tune in and hear the conversation if y'all were paying attention.
I honestly think that it would have gone over Otis's head.
So, Otis, you probably would have agreed.
Yeah, more than likely.
Hmm. Me was gonna say, I think you do have the wrong idea what's going on to Romeo's mother.
Like, oh, don't worry. I'll respect y'all's privacy. I understand. You're a very busy man, sir, at night, so I won't dive in. I'm just Just treat my daughter right, and we'll all be good. And I won't have to steal that sword from you and slit your throat. Now, I believe it was Mel, alright? Oh, you are gorgeous.
Thank you. You're beautiful yourself.
And you see she kind of seemingly unconsciously like rubs her scar a bit, and goes, "You're too kind."
No, I can definitely see where Romeo gets her beauty from too.
Oh, you're quite a charmer.
Ace is stunned how the fact, like, I don't, what?
Everything is going wrong.
He doesn't even know how to respond to that. He's like, what?
Akora, you back? No. Okay, got it. Well, we're gonna have to backtrack and then. But you all begin making your way back to making your way to their house, and upon reaching the house, you see that it's a very nice looking house. It looks to be a simple one story house. Looks to be made of smooth stone and wood and glass windows on the front. And you see that there is a small patch of lawn out front where there's like a garden bed out in front of that house with beautiful plants that are seemingly still growing even though it is winter at this time. You're seeing that it's a mixture of different colors of blue and light blue flowers that seem to bloom brightly, and some of them seem to be blowing with the wind, and you see what looks to be like sparkles and almost like tiny diamonds are drifting off the flowers. And as y'all approach, Romeo, you see your home once again, and can't help but smile at the nostalgia of home. And you see both go, well, by all means, please welcome home. We'll get dinner whipped up for anybody who's hungry, and we'll get everything started. Please, come in. And as they're ushering all of y'all in, as soon as y'all enter the house, y'all are greeted with what looks to be a short hallway that seems to split into two different rooms. One looks to be a living room of sorts where you see a couch and a couple of chairs there, and what looks to be a small table in the center. And on the other side looks to be a kitchen and a dining room as well, with dining tables and chairs, and what looks to be a very similar style of what Mel had back at the Capitol for the kitchen. Like you see a stove top, you're seeing cabinets, and you're seeing a pantry. And as you also see on the other side, there is another hallway that goes further back that seems to curve around. And you see your mother, Romeo, goes, please, by all means, have a seat. Relax on the couch. Relax. And you see she then pause and then sniffs y'all and goes, second thought. All of y'all need a bath before y'all touching any of my furniture. Because you all, and then looks at you, Mel, and leans forward. You smell fine. No, you smell divine. You can go say. The rest of y'all, yeah, y'all need to go wash up. And as soon as she says that and beginning to like usher whoever's first, suddenly y'all hear, Mommy, Daddy, And both parents freeze. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Well, fuck, I came back at the right time.